Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dimmailoka. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, I am a content creator that makes videos talking all about God, finance, self-development, and sharing my unique journey with all of you. All this to make you and I better people. So if this is something that you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. Welcome back, guys. It's been a minute. I haven't filmed this kind of video since this year, to be honest, and I'm so proud and I feel so good to be back. So guys, let's do a little catch up before we go into this video, because I miss y'all. How's life treating you? What's going on? Like, it's been a minute, but I'm so grateful that I'm back, and I'm really back. And as you can see, this is a whole new setup and I'm sweating because it isn't easy to put all these things up. I have my light here, I have my camera, and I just have to try different backgrounds to see what works. And this is very early in the morning and the weather is still dark, so that's why my background is like dark. But I have to do this now because of noise, because this is a university. Very soon students will start trooping in and it might affect the sound. So guys, that's why I'm sweating, but just overlook all these things and let's do what we came here to do. So another thing I want to say is that I started a new series. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you can see that I post daily now, and I do like short form content about self-improvement and God. So if you want to see me on a daily, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. At least for going to maybe 2 weeks now, I've been consistent, or not even up to 2 weeks, but I've really been consistent with it, and I promised myself that I will be consistent, okay? So if you want to see me on a daily, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. It's still dimmailoka on all platforms. Another thing is we registered dimmailoka TV, guys. I was so proud and I'm so grateful to God for making this possible. My previous vlog, my last vlog, I unboxed, like, not really like unboxing, but I showed you guys the proof of what I did when I went to Abuja. So if you want to see all of that, you can go watch that vlog. And also, I bought a LED light, I unboxed it. The video is up on my channel. So this is like the few or major things that happened, and I'm so grateful to God for making all these things possible. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. One thing is that as humans, we are wired to be dependent on the other. In international relations, we were taught that all states are dependent on the other, but there are states that are more dependent on the other. So this is a proof that no one, even nations, even big nations, no one can survive alone. So we are not meant to do life alone. Even Jesus Christ, when he came to the world, he needed people around him. He needed his disciples. He needed even all these sick people so that he can perform miracles and other people will believe, right? He needed people in all areas. If God's Son, Jesus Christ, needs people, then what about you and me? So stop shutting off your doors because you think that, oh, I can do it alone. No one can do it alone. Even with the advent of internet that allows you at the comfort of your home, you can do many things. You can order food, you can just do a lot of things, but at the same time, we still need people around us. No invention can be greater than human beings. No invention. Just like Michelle Obama said, that the reason why young families struggle these days is because they think that they are meant to do life alone. I remember in African culture, I don't know about the whole of Africa, but in my culture, in the Igbo culture, a child can be just walking on the road and do something wrong. A stranger will flog the child, will beat the child, will correct the child and tell the child, go home and tell your parents that so person beat you for doing this. But these days, those things don't happen anymore because we all think that we can do life alone. Parents think that they are the only ones that have the sole responsibility to take care of their child. In my culture, and I feel so disappointed that these things are facing out, they say that a child is the child of the community. But these days, the child is only the child of the parents, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is that we all need people around us, but that doesn't mean that we need everyone around us. So in this video, I will tell you the kind of friends to avoid and the kind of people to keep around you so that you can be able to get where you want to. Okay, so first of all, I will start off with the people you need to avoid. I won't really go into details with this, but I will really talk more on the people you need more in your life, because why waste time on negativity? I'll just point these things out and then when we are talking about the people you need, then I might even touch on the ones you need to avoid, if that makes sense. So let's get right into it. First of all, the kind of friends you need to avoid is the competitive friend. These people, instead of celebrating you, they try to outdo you. Whatever you do, it feels as if it is a threat to them, right? These people see your wins as a threat to them. They don't celebrate you. They're not happy for you. They feel like, oh, they're less. You don't need such people around you because they can harm you. Yes, you need people who can be able to celebrate your wins and you also celebrate their wins. The next set of people to avoid is the judgmental friends. I hate such people. Like, I can't be around someone who is judgmental. Yes, because I grew up in a society where everyone was judging the other. Everyone was trying to portray the image that they are perfect, they are the good ones. They portray the image that they don't make mistakes. The kind of society I grew up in, you never see people who admit that they make mistakes. So I felt I didn't belong there. Whenever I make mistakes, I'm so scared, I cry. I feel like I'm an outcast. So I don't want to experience this in my older years. I don't want to go through that again. I recognize that people make mistakes. I recognize that people might do things they are not proud of. I recognize that fact. So I want to be around someone who will be able to recognize that fact. Who can tell me, oh, girl, you made a mistake here, but let's just fight it out. What's been done has been done. You know, forward ever, backward never. Not someone who will sit and judge me and see my life as imperfect. I don't want such person around me. I went through this through my younger years, so I don't want to go through this through my adult life. So I avoid such people a lot, and I advise you to avoid such people. Instead of you guys to be focusing on the solution, they are there blaming you, thinking that you are bad, thinking that you are imperfect. That's not the kind of life you want to live. The next set of people to avoid is people that drain you. People that you are the only ones that pour into their cup. People that come through for you only when it's convenient for them. Let me tell you one thing. If you are the only one that is giving in that relationship, you give your time, you give your money, you give your energy, you give your support, you give everything, and you are not receiving anything bad. Let me tell you one thing. You are going to be drained. Like, there's no two ways about it. These people are going to drain you because you are pouring from your cup and they're not pouring into you. Then one day, what's in yours will finish. And then you don't even know how to go back again because it will feel like you are overreacting, you are changing. It will feel like you are now a bad person. But that's not how it works. Friendship is reciprocal. Yes, friendship is reciprocal. There's nothing like unconditional love. The only unconditional love we have is the love God has for us. Aside from that, there's nothing like unconditional love. So avoid these people who drain you. You don't need them around you because you can't even do anything with them. You can't even count on them. So what am I doing with someone that I cannot even count on? The next set of people to avoid is people whose words doesn't match their action. I hear this a lot, especially in a man I'm dating. Like, I hear this in men. But in general, I hear this in anybody. People whose words doesn't match their action. Let me tell you one thing. Friendship is all about sacrifices. And every sacrifice has a consequence. So if you can't sacrifice for me, then what am I doing with you? What am I doing with you? It makes no sense. I don't mean to say that whatever you promise you must do it. Sometimes things might happen, but it's about you explaining to me. It's about you having this character. It's about you being able to put in your effort to make things work. So avoid this set of people. The next set of people to avoid is people that gossip. Once they are talking about other people, they are talking about their secrets, then trust me, once you leave that seat, you are going to be the next topic. And we don't have time for that. Sit me at a table where growth, God, self-development, money is being talked about, not at tables where people are being discussed. So this is the few I was able to share here, and let's dive into the main thing we came here to do, which is the kind of people you need in your life. So these are the qualities you should look out for in your friends. And presently, if you have friends that don't have these qualities, you can try to communicate it with them and tell them, oh, this is what I need, oh, this is it. And if they can't do that for you, then you have to move, because life is too short to waste on things you don't actually need. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. In terms of people you need in your life, I think the first step is to ask yourself, who do I want to be? Yes, that is crucial, because if you don't know who you want to be, then how do you know the people you want to hang around with? Luckily for me, growing up, I've always had this idea of who I want to be in the future. I've always had this idea of the woman I want to be. When I was young, I always stay indoor with my grandmom. I don't go out like my siblings, right? And my grandmom was a retired headmistress. So she has this large collection of books, different kind of books, self-development books, magazines, newspapers, storybooks, devotionals. Like, she had this wide array of books that I don't think you can even finish it, because this woman loves books a lot. So that was what I spent my time doing when I was so young. Every day I would just wake up, I take one magazine or devotional or self-development book. So this kind of widened my horizon more than my age mates, because I wasn't actually reading what they were reading. They were maybe reading storybooks or all those kid stuff, but I was reading magazines, newspapers, learning about what was going on in the world, reading about God, but I wasn't really into God, if that makes sense. Reading novels and so many great books. So that really gave me the picture of the kind of woman I want to be. Growing up, I had this picture that I want to be a working class woman. I'll wear my suits, all these corporate wears, carry these nice bags, come into my office, have people around, like have this board meeting and stuff like that. So I've always had this picture, even though that it was not clear what I would be doing and the kind of business I will venture into, but I always knew that I want to be a working class woman. So the kind of people I want around me are people who are goal-driven, who are go-getters, who are achievers, who want beautiful things for themselves, who wants to work hard the legit way. So I've always had this picture, but it's not too late for you now. And since that time up to this moment, I still have that picture of myself. As I'm advancing in age, it's becoming more clearer. Okay? So if that makes sense. So I have always known the kind of person I want to be. Right? So I think that should be the question. Who do I want to be? What kind of life do I want to live? What kind of job? What kind of work? What kind of career? Like, what is it that I want? Am I the type that parties all weekends, all day? Or do I want to be the one that studies, invest in herself, build my career? Or do I just want to play away my time and just do life as it comes? No plans, just barely surviving. So once you decide on the kind of person you want to be, it's like a magnet. Once you see your type, you're just going to attract them. Like, I don't know how to say this, because you've already been clear about the kind of life you want to live, the kind of people you want. So the kind of places you even be comfortable in are places where you can find these people. You don't really need to put in any work. You just have to attract these people into your life. When I came to uni, for example, I told God, this is the kind of person I want in my life. I want someone that is creative, because I'm not a content creator. Someone that takes her studies seriously. Someone who loves you. I have this picture of the kind of person I want. So when I get to uni, I met my friend in a bookshop. We were in the same class then, in the same department then. But I didn't really meet her in class. I met her at a bookshop, and before you know it, we started talking. Before you knew it, we are now inseparable. Like, I didn't even know how it all happened. The only thing I know that she's my best friend, she's my good friend. I love her so much. That is the only thing I know at this point. So once you get clear on the kind of life you want, then attracting the kind of people you need in your life won't be stressful, because you are already clear on who you want to. The next is surround yourself with people of purpose. Yes, there's this misconception about friendship and relationships in life. We always think that you can be around negative people and live a positive life. Let me tell you one thing. We are not immune to the people we spend our life with. Even recently, I saw a post on social media which says that you are a product of the 5 people you spend the most of your time with. So ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend most of my time with? You are going to be a product of that. I want you girls to stop believing, oh, my friend smokes, she lives a bad life, she does this, she does that, and well, she can't influence me. No, she will. Subtly, unconsciously, you'll be influenced by these people. Take it or leave it. You must be influenced by people, because there's something that we call energy. Energy is sacred. Energy is divine. Energy is exchanged. Once you meet people, you exchange energy with them. That is when you know, oh, this person doesn't match my spirit. You hear things like that. It's because the energy does not match. So once you meet people, even if you spend 10 seconds with them, energy is exchanged. That is when you see what you like about them and what you don't like about them. Okay, so stop believing that. If you have negative people around you, cut them off. Stop thinking that, oh, you might not be influenced by them. They might even get you into trouble. I have a friend who went into debt because he was trying to save his friend. And that affected him and affected his business. I'm not saying that the friend is a negative person, but I'm just trying to paint the picture of the kind of things we get from friendship. Like I said earlier, friendship is all about sacrifices, and every sacrifice has a consequence. So ask yourself, what are you sacrificing in this relationship, and what can be the consequence of what you guys share? It's as simple as that. So surround yourself with people of purpose, people who add value to you, people who are going to push you to do more, people who are goal-oriented. You guys doesn't have to be on the same career path. Like I and my friend, we're not on the same career path. She loves politics. She has a lot of positions in school. She has contested for some positions and won. That's the kind of person I want. She's an achiever in her own path, right? I'm here, I'm a content creator, I'm a public speaker, I'm a student, I'm a YouTuber. That's my own path. And I've been doing well in it. I've been growing, I've been developing myself. That is the kind of people I want around me. We must not have the same intention. We must not want the same career path. But we just have to be one thing, ambitious. Ambitious knows no limits. Ambition doesn't care if you're a doctor or a lawyer or a content creator or a nurse. No, ambition is ambition. It has no color. The kind of friends I want in my life are people that are ambitious. And the 3 friends I have in my life, they're all like that. And I love them so much, and I appreciate them for being in my life because they have also poured into my own cup, and I've also poured into their own cup. And that is life. I remember when I used to write some articles then, I will send it to my friend Rita, my first ever friend, my best friend. She will help me to edit it. She will also share her own ideas on that topic. That is the kind of people I want. I don't want someone that I can't live this kind of life with, because this is what my life is all about. This is what excites me. This is what intrigues me. This is what makes me happy. People go to club to be happy. Me, I love writing. I love creating content. Like, I'm doing this. I'm so happy right now. So that's the kind of people I want. Sometimes it's not like these people are negative people or bad people, but it's about the people whose energy matches yours. Okay? They're not bad people. But maybe you guys are not on the same path. So be picky. Be picky. I'm coming to that. But be very picky about your friends and be conscious about it. Know who you want to be and search for people who want to be like you. The next is dependability. Like I said when I started this video, no one can thrive in isolation. We all are wired to be dependent on the other. So I want to be around people who I can depend on. Most of my pictures on Instagram, since I got into school, we are shot by my friend Cynthia, the one I met at uni. I can depend on her. She might be going through some things in life and she'll talk to me. I will advise her on how to handle it. Right? We go to school together. I push her, baby, let's read, because we got to pass our exams. So I can depend on her. I can call her, hey, oh, come and help me, let's make this video, or let's take pictures, or let's do this. She can also call me, come and take pictures of me, let's do this, let's do that. So it's about being dependent on each other. If I can't depend on you, then I'm not doing anything with you, to be honest. Yes, I'm not doing anything with you. Likewise me, if you can't depend on me, then you are not actually doing anything for me. Let me make this clear so that we can continue. Life is reciprocal. The only way to have friends is by being a friend. The only way to get good stuffs out of life is by giving good stuffs. Okay? So it's 2 ways. It's not just about them, but it's about you. What do you bring to the table? What kind of energy do you give? Can your friends count on you? Likewise me, can I count on them? So be around people you can depend on. There was something that I learned lately, which is teamwork makes the dream work. And I haven't heard anything more truer. I can remember at a time in my first year here in school, the president of my department, he noticed that I'm a content creator. And so he was like, we are planning for our dinner night. He wanted me to shoot an ad for the department. And that was the first time I was coming across such tasks, because I haven't done it before. I haven't made an ad before. I was conflicted. After our president told me this, so I went home. I was thinking about it. I told my boyfriend, I was like, how am I going to do this? He was like, try, because my boyfriend is not the kind of person who accept no. Always say try, right? And that was something actually out of my comfort zone. So the next day I came to class, and I also want my friends to be in it so that it can be spicy and lively. I came to class that day and shared this with my friends, Cynthia, Nora, Faith, Miriam, Rachel. These girls are gold retrieving. They're so creative, and I've made a couple of videos with them and it came out amazing. I was not sharing this with them for them to help me with it. I was like telling them because I want them to be in the video so that the video will be spicy and lively. They were like bringing suggestions. Everybody was contributing, like everybody. It was so amazing that day I felt it strongly when people say have good friends around you. Like I felt it that day. Everyone was bringing, before you know it, I went home, I rushed home, got my tripod, got my microphone, they brought their phones, like we shot that video that instant without any plan. That is the power of good friends around you. That is the power of having people who are on the same page with you, people who are ambitious. That instant, like, I was like, God. So this is the beauty of having friends around you. So be with people you can depend on. I can't come here and say that, oh, I can do it alone. I'm this, I'm that, I'm perfect. No, we all need people. So be around people you can count on. The next quality is respect. This can't be overemphasized. I want to be friends with someone who respects my feelings and respects my options. Someone who respects my choices. Let me tell you one thing. We are all gallery of artwork with different shape, texture, size, and color. Sometimes relationships doesn't work. Not because there's a bad person there, but because that's just it. You guys are not compatible, it won't work. And I expect you to respect that, right? So I want someone who will respect me, who respect my choices, and that is something I crave for in my relationships with people. Like if I'm with you and you don't regard me, you don't respect me, I can't be around you. This is a crucial step, and also this is related to the next one, which is boundaries. These 2 points go hand in hand, respect and boundaries. Okay, so yes, let's talk about boundaries here, but we are going to refer to respect, if that makes sense. Boundaries is such a huge quality that sometimes we feel guilty for setting boundaries with people. I don't know why, but we feel guilty. We ask ourselves questions, is this right? But you know that's the right thing for you, but you're like, oh, I've spent a lot of time with these people, I've made memories with them, I've been around them for a while. Like, it feels so bad trying to tell them, oh, I don't want you to do this anymore. Something they used to do before in the past, and you enjoy it. But at the same time, for you to have a long-lasting relationship, you need boundaries. Everyone should know where they're overstepping it. You're not a bad person. In fact, you are the good person. You are the one that is guarding your relationship. You are the one that is trying to secure it, to make it to last forever, if that makes sense. The day I knew I had a healthy relationship with my friend was the day we went for a class party. So this party was just my classmate. We are done with our exams and we are like, oh, this is our first day in school, you know, let's just celebrate it. I went there with my friend. So she wanted to sit at a place. I don't want to sit there. And I wanted to sit at a different place and she doesn't want to sit there. We were able to sit where we want. She sat at the other side, I sat at the other side. And after the whole thing ended, we went home hand in hand, happily. Nobody was feeling bad. And for me, that's so healthy because I respect her choices. This is what she wants to do and she respected mine. This is what I want to do. And we are able to, at the end of the day, reconcile, you know, come together and still do things. Assuming we don't have boundaries, she might have sat where I want to and that's not what she wants, and I might as well sat where she wants and that's not what I want. Then I'm not more free, I'm not happy. So boundaries is the best thing you can do for yourselves in your friendships, your relationships, whatever it is. Boundaries is the best thing. And I'm also going to make a separate video about boundaries. Like I've been planning it, you know, I've promised you guys this in one of my previous videos. Like I know I've done that, but I do things when it feels like all right, when I've had, you know, sufficient points and stuffs around it. Okay, and also I speak from personal experience as well. So yeah, I've been crafting this video and soon it's going to be out. And another thing I want to add to these boundaries is allow people to go through whatever they are going through without making it about you. Yes, I've said this in one of my short videos, but some of you might not have seen it, so let me kind of repeat it here. But make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok because these videos are lit and they are so educational, so inspirational, so motivational, so eye-opening. So I had this experience with my friend, but I wouldn't mention this person's name because of their privacy. So this friend of mine, she will always come and tell me about how her boyfriend isn't treating her right, how she wants to leave. You know, I felt for her. I understood her. In fact, I hated this guy that I've never met before. So at the time, she was like telling me, I went back to him. I was confused. I was mad. I was not. And this went on for days. At the time, I was like, God, I'm just carrying someone else's burden. Like, I felt this to my bone marrow. Wherever I am, I'm thinking about her, thinking about all these things. And this led me how much I got involved in something that I was never meant to fix. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be there for your friends. I'm not saying that you shouldn't help them go through, process their emotions, but know your boundaries. Because at this point again, I'm no more a good friend. I'm no more a loyal friend. I was emotionally attached to her in an unhealthy way. Yes. And I had to talk to God and tell him, God, please help me to get out of this. This is someone else's life. How can I be so involved in this? And one thing about making people's situation about you is that you start expecting them to act based on your own feelings. But that's not the way to live. They have their path. They have their purpose. God is with them. God is guiding them. They know what they want. No matter how close you are with them, they know what they want. And you can't change that. Okay? Be with them. Sit with them through their pain. But don't make it about you. Because the moment you make it about you, you are making that relationship unhealthy for the both of you. Guys, it's about to rain here. Oh my God, guys, I really have to rush because I promised myself I have to make this video no matter what. And we are already like 70% into this video. So I don't want to cancel this whole thing and then start afresh another day. Guys, it's raining like it's drizzling right now. But I'm begging God, please give us good weather so that I can be able to complete this. So the next one, which I've also touched it a little bit, is positive influence. Like I've said earlier, you can't be around negative people and think that they can't influence you. If there's something that I need from people around me, is positive influence. I want people to inspire me, aspire me, to grow, to do great things. Like my friend Rita, she's my first friend and also my best friend. And she's a video editor, and whenever I watch her edits, I'm like, oh girl, that's great. That's great. Like I want to be like you, to be honest. I appreciate her works a lot, and it inspires me, improve my editing as well. And that is one beautiful thing about having people who are of positive influence in you. Assuming I have people who are like, oh, they're always partying, they're always doing negative stuff, then one day I would love to do those things with them. And also, I'm really, really picky about my friend because of this. Like, positive influence is something I adore a lot in my friendships and relationships. Yes, I want you to inspire me. I want you to push me. I want you to make me want to do great things. Let me tell you one thing. After high school, I and my friends, Rita and Uche, we are separated because of distance. After my secondary school, it took me 5 years to get to uni. Do you know that through these 5 years, I never had a friend? That is how picky I am. I never had a friend. It was until I got to uni that I had this friend of mine, Cynthia. So that is how picky I am. And I want it to be the same way. Life is too short to be waiting on things we don't want, things that don't serve us. No, life is too short, okay? So I want you to be picky. I want you to be so self-aware. I want you to be so involved, and also I want you to speak to God about it. So guys, I'm sorry our lights went off. I don't know how this looks, but it's drizzling, guys, so I have to rush and make this last part, which is loyalty. Loyalty is a huge plus for me in relationships. If I'm friends with you and I can't be loyal to you, then I don't think we are actually doing anything. I want us to be on the same page. I want us to be highly driven. I want us to be honest with each other. Let me say this thing that I learned from Napoleon Hill, which is the mastermind. So this is like when two people meet, they create an external mind, like they create an extra mind. This mind is usually called the mastermind, but people actually create other minds that are not mastermind. But any mind that is not the mastermind is actually destructive. So this mastermind kind of helps accelerate what these people are working for, right? So let's say we are working towards having a house and we are really on the same page and we are honest with each other. This mastermind will help speed it up, right? So if I'm friends with you and I'm not loyal to you and I'm not honest with you, then we can't create the mastermind. Then we will struggle. all through our days. So guys, this is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like, there's really a lot of factors that's militating against this video, but thank God it's raining right now, but I'm still covered by this tree, so I have to pack now and I have to go now. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. It's still your favorite dimmailoka, and it's been great with you guys. I've forgotten about my outro. Jeez. Guys, I have to go now, and I love you all, and I'm happy to be back. Okay, so expect to see me every week by God's grace. See you some other time. Bye.